The night my mother went into emergency surgery, my husband told me to stay with her and left with another woman. Not later, not secretly, that same night. "She needs you," he said, grabbing his keys. "I'll be back in a couple of days." A couple of days, like hospitals worked on his schedule, like fear waited politely. I stood in the hallway outside the operating room, still in the clothes I had rushed out in, watching him walk away without looking back. My father was sitting 2 chairs down, silent, hands clenched together. "He'll come back," he said quietly. I didn't answer, because we both knew he wouldn't. The surgery took hours, longer than expected. Every time the doors opened, my chest tightened. Every time they closed, it got worse. No calls, no messages, nothing from him. By morning, the doctor came out, and everything changed. "I'm sorry." That was all I heard. The rest didn't matter. I don't remember sitting down. I don't remember crying. I just remember the silence, the kind that doesn't leave. The funeral passed like a blur, people talking, hands on my shoulder, words I didn't hear. My husband didn't come. Of course he didn't. But someone else did, a man I didn't recognize. He waited until everyone started leaving. Then he stepped closer and handed me an envelope. "Your mother wanted you to have this," he said. I looked at it. Simple, sealed, my name written in her handwriting. I didn't open it right away, because something about it felt final. But when I did that same evening, everything changed. I opened the envelope alone, sitting on the edge of my bed, still in black, the house too quiet without her voice filling it. Inside, a letter. And something heavier. Official. Legal. My hands slowed without me realizing it. Her handwriting came first. "If you're reading this, it means I didn't make it out of surgery." I stopped for a second, closed my eyes, then kept going. "I know you. You'll stay strong. You'll stay quiet. You'll put everyone else first. Don't." That word hit harder than anything. Don't. There are things you don't know about your marriage, about the man you trust. My fingers tightened around the page. I didn't want to believe it at first, but I saw enough. Saw what? I turned the page. The house is not in his name. It never was. I made sure of that. My breath caught. Everything connected to this property is under a separate structure, protected, for you. I looked at the second document. Property deed. Ownership. My name. Not his. Never his. "If anything happens to me, you don't stay where you're not respected." Her words weren't emotional. They were clear, prepared, like she knew, like she planned for this moment. My phone buzzed suddenly. His name. I stared at it. Didn't answer, because for the first time, I wasn't waiting for him to come back. I was understanding why he left so easily. I folded the letter slowly, placed it back in the envelope, and stood up. Outside, the house felt different, not empty, clear, because this wasn't about grief anymore. It was about truth, and I had just found it. He came back that evening, like nothing had happened, suitcase in one hand, phone in the other, no urgency, no hesitation, no apology. "I couldn't get a signal where I was," he said the moment he walked in. "How did it go?" How did it go? I stood in the living room, the envelope still in my hand. "She didn't make it," I said. He paused, just for a second, then nodded once. "I'm sorry." Flat, practiced, like he'd said it before and moved on. "And the funeral?" he asked, already setting his bag down. "It's over." Another nod. "That's good," he replied. "You should rest." Rest. Like I'd just finished something small. Like losing my mother was an appointment. I watched him move around the house, comfortable, familiar, like nothing had shifted, like nothing had been exposed. "Where were you?" I asked. He didn't stop. "Business trip." "With who?" That made him look at me, sharp, annoyed. "Does it matter?" he said. "I told you, I had things to handle." I held his gaze. "Yes," I said quietly. "It matters." Silence. Then he sighed, already losing patience. "You're emotional right now," he said. "Let's not do this." Let's not do this. I almost smiled, because that sentence had always worked before, just not anymore. I know about the house, I said. That stopped him, completely. His expression shifted, not confusion, not concern, calculation. What about it? He asked carefully. I didn't raise my voice, didn't explain everything. I just said the one thing that mattered. It's not yours. And for the first time since he walked in, he didn't have an answer ready. For a second, he said nothing. Then he laughed, not loud, not genuine, dismissive. Of course it's mine, he said. We're married. We're married. Like that explained everything. Like that erased ownership. Like that gave him access. I didn't move. It's not, I repeated. He watched me now, closer, careful. What are you talking about? He asked. I placed the document on the table between us. Didn't slide it, didn't push it, just set it there. Read it. He didn't reach for it right away. That was the first sign, because confident people don't hesitate. Eventually, he picked it up. His eyes moved across the page. Fast at first, then slower. Then, he read it again. That's when his posture changed. Subtle, but real. What is this? He asked. You tell me. His jaw tightened. This isn't valid. It is. This doesn't make sense, he said. Why would your mother? Because she knew. That stopped him. Completely. Silence filled the room. Not emotional. Strategic. Because now, he was thinking. Not reacting. And that's when I saw it clearly. He had never loved the house. He had always counted on it. You hid this? He asked. I didn't know, I replied. That part was true. He looked at me again. Different this time. Not like a wife. Like a problem. Okay, he said slowly. We can figure this out. Figure this out. I almost smiled because that tone wasn't concern, it was adjustment, control shifting directions. But this time, it wasn't his to control. We'll sort this out together, he said, placing the document back on the table like it was something temporary, like it could be undone. I looked at him. No, I said. That word landed heavier than anything else, because I had never said it to him like that before. He blinked. What do you mean, no? I mean, it's already sorted. Silence. Then his tone changed, not calm anymore, tighter. You're overreacting, he said. You just lost your mother. This isn't the time to make decisions. There it was again. Emotion used as a weakness. Timing used as leverage. I held his gaze. You left, I said. He exhaled sharply. I told you, I had work. You left me there, I continued, alone, while she was in surgery. He didn't deny it. He just shifted. Don't twist this, he said. You told me to go. I almost laughed, because that wasn't even close to the truth, but that's how he worked. Rewrite, redirect, control. And who were you with? I asked. That did it. The pause, small, but real. Does it matter? He said again. Yes. This time I didn't soften it. I didn't lower my voice. I just stood there and waited, because now he was the one without control, and for the first time, he knew it. I'm not doing this right now, he said finally. You need time to think. No, I replied. I needed you to stay. That ended it. Not loudly, not dramatically, just clearly. And in that moment, something between us didn't crack. It closed. He didn't leave right away. That would have been too easy. Instead, he tried something else. Soft voice, slower tone. Controlled. Listen, he said, stepping closer. You're overwhelmed. Anyone would be. Let's not make this bigger than it is. Bigger than it is. Like betrayal had a size limit. Like absence could be measured and excused. I didn't step back, but I didn't meet him halfway either. What about her? I asked. He frowned. Who? The woman you were with. Silence. That same silence. The one that tells the truth before words do. You're imagining things, Ian. Chawana. There it was. Not denial, dismissal, cleaner, easier, safer, for him. I nodded slowly, then reached into my bag and placed my phone on the table. Unlocked, screen open, a photo, not mine, sent to me, time-stamped clear. Him, And her. Not at work, not on a trip. Laughing. Close. Too close. His eyes dropped to the screen, stayed there longer than he expected. Then he straightened. This isn't what it looks like. Of course it wasn't. It never is. I didn't argue, didn't explain, didn't raise my voice. Because the truth doesn't need help. It just needs space. You should leave, I said. That surprised him. What? You heard me. Now he stepped back, not confidently, carefully, like the ground had changed under him. You're serious? He asked. I held his gaze. Yes. And for the first time since he walked back into this house, he realized something simple. This wasn't a conversation anymore. It was an ending. He left that night. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quieter than he came. No slammed door, no last argument, because he understood something most people don't. When control is gone, noise doesn't bring it back. The house felt different after he left. Not empty. Clear. I walked through it slowly, my footsteps softer than usual, like I was seeing everything for the first time. My mother's voice echoed in my head. You don't stay where you're not respected. She hadn't said it directly, but she didn't need to. She prepared me instead. I went into the bedroom, opened the closet, and looked at his side. Clothes still there, shoes lined up, everything in place, like he expected to come back. I picked up my phone. Not to call him, to call someone else. Hi, I said when the line connected. I need to start the process. The lawyer didn't ask questions. He didn't need to. Understood, he replied. We'll proceed immediately. Clean, simple, final. I ended the call and set the phone down. No shaking, no second thoughts. Because this wasn't anger. It wasn't revenge. It was correction. Days later, he started calling. First calm, then impatient, then different. Sarah, can we talk? I looked at the screen. Didn't answer. Because the conversation he wanted was already over, and for the first time I wasn't waiting for closure. I had already created it. The envelope didn't just change the house, it changed everything connected to it. By the end of the week, the paperwork was done. Ownership confirmed. Access restricted. Names removed. His, gone, clean, final. He didn't understand at first. That was the part that stood out. He thought this was emotional. Temporary, something that could be talked through, until the notice arrived. Then, everything shifted. That same evening, he showed up at the door, not alone, her, standing slightly behind him. No confidence now, no smile, just tension. He didn't wait. I made a mistake, he said immediately. I wasn't thinking clearly. Not, I'm sorry. A mistake. Something accidental. Something fixable. I didn't open the door fully. Just enough. For what? I asked. He hesitated, because now words mattered. For leaving, he said. For everything. Everything. Still vague, still controlled. Then she spoke. Quiet. Careful. We didn't know, she said. About the house. About any of it. There it was. The truth hiding underneath everything else. Not regret, not guilt, awareness. They knew now. And suddenly everything changed. He stepped closer. Please, he said. We can fix this. I looked at both of them, then at the space between us. The distance. The clarity. You're already outside, I said calmly, and closed the door. Because the moment they saw that envelope was the moment they lost access to everything, not just the house, me.